Take 3. Hello everybody and welcome to my page. Today's topic I will be covering will be the importance of silence. As I just prior to doing my video was listening to an amazing Om chant that I found and find very soul relieving, soul rejuvenating, and in the moment of just being in that moment of just allowing everything to be without thinking about what has to be or what I should be doing or what others should be doing or what should change in the world. I guess today I realized just in that moment, as many moments, that just the pure bliss of silence, even without the Om, has been absolutely amazing. So that's one of the things that I really would like to cover today, is the importance of how your soul can be rejuvenated through silence. And for some people, silence is a really hard thing to achieve because their mind doesn't stop chattering, or there's constant distractions and constant noises and constant things that generally would prevent you from finding or being in a space of silence. But silence can be miraculous in itself. So when you think about what silence brings, silence can bring peace, balance, clarity, soul, a sense of soul. So when you really feel that need to find you and to be within that space of yourself, I highly recommend doing all that you can to create a space of silence. And when you do that, I feel that it will be of true benefit on many, many levels. Sometimes just being, without speaking, without feeling you have to contribute on some level to using your energy. See, when we go into silence, we pause. When we pause in a moment of stillness, and also the body also gets a chance to not have to be doing 10,000 things. See, once we silence the mind and the ego, the body can kind of like go, oh, this is fine. I'm just in this moment, and this moment's perfect. So meditation, silent meditation, is another form that will be of true benefit. People often say to me, Rayleen, why or how can I get to that point of silence? Well, for all of us, it's very unique. For some of us, it will be easier, and for others, it will be harder. So don't beat yourself up. Just be really, really gentle on how you approach finding that space and that place of silence. I often think back to the monks in Tibet, the Tibetan monks in Tibet, and I think, wow, they live a life of silence. And in that silence, they are, truly enlightened within themselves, and understand the law of the universe and understand how it all works. And, we often forget that because we don't go into that space of silence. And silence is bliss. Silence is perfect, And when you might say we can't go into complete silence, there's always sounds around us. I'm not talking about external silence. I'm talking about internal silence. That internal silence is where we switch everything off. We don't let the ego or the external things interrupt what's naturally happening within ourselves. We forget that we are natural. Everything is natural. So when we allow ourselves to come back to that space of really being in a natural space of being, it's perfect. It's the internal silence that we seek, not the external. Because the external, there's always sounds going on. There's always something going on. The birds are singing. The rain is dropping as I speak to you, actually. And so all those things will still continue. But when you go into your own inner silence, that inner silence will allow you to really feel a sense of self, a sense of relief, a sense of peace. And, the soul doesn't ask a lot. Your soul will not ask a lot except to be acknowledged. So through silence, often we can tap in to what the soul really wants us to do or be where we need to be. And yes, sometimes it can be demanding. Sometimes people can demand a lot from you. And all of a sudden you sit in your little space and then all of a sudden the phone will ring or someone will come in or the door will slam. That's okay. That's all part of it. It's not about having everything perfect, because it is perfect anyway. But it's about you being willing to come into a space where silence can enter and you can be in harmony with that silence. It may be unfamiliar to start with because you've had a lot of chatter. It may be that you've had a lot of interferences throughout your life, so it's been hard to even get a moment of silence. It's interesting and it's a little bit of a funny thing, but some people go to their bathroom, to their toilet to get silence from their kids. Only because, being a parent, it is always full on, and when you have little children, they often will want to have 100% of your attention. So the only place to escape and to even get a little bit of you time is in the bathroom. So, and if you don't know that trick, I definitely would recommend finding that out. So I really do hope that today, in just talking to you about the importance of silence, why silence can be of true benefit to you, bringing that balance back in, bringing a sense of peace again, also giving you the body a break, They're all so important. And we're in a time where we are growing spiritually so fast. And, we can get caught up in all the energy of it. So sometimes just making a conscious decision to stay in a place of silence. I was sitting doing some things from doing my nails earlier, and I have been doing things like that these days, just doing a little bit of self-nurturing. And they're only nails and it's only nail polish, but it's devoting that little bit of time for myself. So, as I was doing that, I heard very strongly the message of, if you have nothing loving to say, say nothing. So as I was sitting there painting my nails, I thought that's a really powerful thing to receive from Spirit. If you have nothing loving to say, say nothing. And when I heard that, I thought, maybe that's about, if you've got nothing loving to say to another, maybe say nothing, maybe go into silence. But also that could refer to yourself. If you've got nothing loving to say to yourself, say nothing. So I often find Spirit works with me, and in the most beautiful, beautiful way. And I have to grab that moment when it comes, because my memory often can't retain everything that comes through from Spirit and from God and from the angels, So my true hope today is that in watching this short video, as I like to do short ones these days, short and sweet, but straight to the point, I hope it has helped you to realise and to recognise and to maybe even give it a go in entering silence. Many things can come, many answers can come, many things. So I do hope you take the opportunity to really embark on your own soul's silence And I'd love to hear how it all goes for you. So please feel free to leave a comment, or even if you decide, you know, for the next day you're going to go for most of the day in silence. See, in silence we hear a lot. When we're not silent, we can miss what's really going on in our lives, around us. So sometimes just doing something a little bit different, although it may be challenging, can be quite embracing it and exciting. And most importantly, enlightening. So I wish you well in your entering your silence, and I look forward to our next chat. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and if you are not aware of my website and my services, it is www.rayleenkable.com.au. I truly do look forward to talk to you again very soon. Have a most beautiful, blessed day, and as always, namaste. Thank you.